Hello everyone, and this part of PowerApps development training, I will show you guys how you can create components and use components. And also I will next session I'll create a custom component through CLI and code. So for this tutorial, I will just show you how you can create how you can use use components in your Canvas app, and I will show you how you can create menus something like this in your app, and navigations like this. So we in previous session I created the same kind of template with the screens, but now I will use the component to create the layout for our app. The reason I'm trying to do this because, for example, when you create a component, so a lot of stuff you just the extra stuff that you don't need it, and you can put it in the component. So then you just focus on your logic and the main screens that you're using. So this is the demo of the project that I will going to create. So I will show you how you can create this menu navigations, and then I'll like this menu send up, and then the component for the how you can use the component to create these things. So let's get started. I will create a new Canvas app. So name it, for example, app 5. Okay, let's put it at 6. So sorry. Okay, so created. So we have one screen. I just rename this screen, for example, to home. Then I will create a new screen with this style. So I'm with left and content and header. So I will make this as a layout, and I will, instead of screen, I will make this screen as a component. So how sorry. So what I will do is I will copy this screen. Okay. This container. So I'll come to the components, and here I will create a new component. So before pasting, so if you see here the screen that we have created, so if I select the screen, if you see the sizes here, it is 1366 by 768. So I will just create the component with the same size. So I will change the size of the component to 366. I forgot what was the other one. Okay, 768 and 768. So then I will paste that here into the component. Okay, and then I will rename my component to, for example, count layout. It's the layout of my app. So let's bring some modification. So I will click here, and then the color. So let's say I'll choose something like this, and here I will do the same thing. Okay, this one. define the colors, so I will insert some buttons here. So again, one thing you should note that if you click here on the screens when you insert the button, it will you don't have control to move it around. So that's why I will insert the buttons into the component so that I can easily move it around. So, and then the size 390. I think that's some fails. Looking for better results, so you can adjust it from here to, for example, 25 or probably 22. Well, we need more, 20. And for the button, I think change it to 19. That would be much better. Okay, so created the button. So let me change the title of button home, and let me rename the button here also btn home. Let's copy and paste, and this one I will rename it to btn request, and also I will change the name to new request. Okay. One 66. Okay. So and one more paste, and then we are done here. So rename the button to btn dashboard. Okay. Title dashboard. We will move it somewhere here. Okay. So B 16. Okay. So we created this button. So I will also insert icon. For example, usually it's this is the simpler way, so I will go for home. Oops, yeah, home icon, and okay, so the icon. Oh, it created the icon here. I don't want it here, so I will remove here. I want to create it. Created another component. No, I don't need to create another component. So my component, I will create the insert an icon. So just change the icon to home. Okay, and one more icon. I will insert one more. I'll bring it here and change this one, for example, to list. So for the menu that we will be creating. So one of these ones, we can select this one, for example. Okay. Okay, we created this, and then I need to create a menu that I showed you guys. So I will create again. I'll select the component. I will go to the shapes and select the rectangular shape. Something I like it. So we will resize it. Maybe from here. Oops. And I will change the color also to the same. Okay, so that's for the menu. I will also create a few buttons. We can use links, but for the menu link, so just give it a name. For example, let's say okay, user guide, and then another rename it to btn user guide. Copy, paste, and then rename this one, for example, btn contact us. So it's not a website, just I'm just demonstrating a video, the menu, so whatever menu based on the organization or project need, you can create different menus. I'm just demonstrating the menu creation. So for example, this one, contact us, and maybe create one more. Rename the best one to record. Records or documents, whatever, so we can say records. So well, okay, so I mean you can adjust the sizing, and but I don't want to take time to just adjust the sizes. So okay, for we created this menu, and then we created this buttons. And now what I will do is, and if you select on the component and scroll down, you see the custom properties. So I will create few custom properties. For example, I will create var home, and then for the type, I will for the data type, I will select a screen and create. And one more property, for new request, and this one also I will select the type as a screen, one more dashboard, and the type as again as data type as a screen. So I created three properties here. So now on the buttons, so what I will do is select of the buttons. I will navigate to component for home, and then for the request I will navigate component layout request, and for the dashboard again the same, navigate component layout dashboard. So okay, this one I think, okay, yeah, dashboard. Okay, this we created this one, so then I will on this for the menu to show and off, so I will select the rectangular, and then on the visible property I will type this for menu, for example. So I'll copy this for menu, and also for the buttons we created here, no, not this one, for these three buttons on visible property. I will set the same for menu, and for the context, visible property, and for the user guide, again visible property, I will set the same. Now on this one, on select of this menu icon, I will do set for menu or not for menu reset. Okay, so I will do this one. Okay, I think we are almost done with here, so we can also add one more, for example, label, and I will move it somewhere here. This one would be, for example, ABC Tech. As 16, and let's make it bold. The color maybe white. So okay, so we created a component, and then you can see that we created all these buttons and then all these controls here. So now we save our component. Now I'll go back to the screen, and here I don't need this screen. So right now we have our home screen, which is blank, and then I will insert, click on the custom, and then the component. So my component inserted here, and now okay, let me just run the component to check the menus, if the menus are working. Okay, you can see that the menus nicely working. So we have the menu, and then for the buttons we have the home, the request, and dashboard, but I will make those ones to navigate to different pages. So here what I will do is in the home component, let me insert the table from dataverse table. So let's insert the gallery, and then we added a table to the gallery. So I will bring this here, for example. Let's select table from okay, let's explore more. I will select the matching orders. Okay, and so we got this. I don't like these images here. So we have this gallery in our home component. So now what I will do is I will duplicate my screen. Okay, so so here I don't need the gallery. I have my component, and here, before doing that I will do something I forgot. So in here, if you see on the component, we have the properties that we created here when we created the component. Here on the properties, I will choose when, for example, for the home, I will select the home, and if I create a new screen, blank screen, rename this one to, for example, new requests, then one new new blank screen, this one for the dashboard. Okay, for this screen, so again I will select okay, here on the component, for this one we added the home screen. Then for this new request, I will add the new request component. So this is how we use how we can navigate between the screens if we add the buttons and components. So this one for dashboard. Okay, we created this. Now I will what I can do is I can copy this and then I will paste it here. So here in the home we have I added a gallery, and this new request I will add I'll insert a form, maybe a date form. So for data source I will select the same table, and for the default mode I will select the new. So I will also insert a button, for example, for the form to submit. So okay, so I'm not focusing on this one, so it's just simple. So you guys, okay, so we have a button to submit the form. We can say form submit form, then the form name of our form. So we add the button. So let's bring okay, we added this button here. Okay, we can rename it to btn submit. Okay, and then for the dashboard, again, I will insert the component. I will copy the component and paste it here. So the dashboard, I'll just keep it empty for the timing. So let me run the project, just checking if it's working. You see now if I navigate to home, I'm going to the home. If new request, it takes me to the new request, the dashboard. So you can see that you can have the menu here also. It's working. So okay, yeah, it's working. So just default. So the behavior is based on the it copied the cache from the previous screen. That's why it was showing open for the menu. So now you can see that you can navigate also, and then the menu is also working. That's how you can use the component for your project. So the reason there's also a way that you can use it for your apps. The component makes it much more cleaner. So for example, if you have an app when if you have a complex app, you have a lot of controls, so you don't have to, if you see that for each layout, you have, for example, this amount of controls, buttons, I can do that. For a complex app, we might have a lot of other buttons here, menus, and then a lot of other controls. So it makes development hard, and now it's much cleaner. So you have, for example, only the component. So then you have the controls that you needed for that screen. And another benefit is, for example, if you come and bring changes in your component, and then you save it here, then it will reflect in all of the pages that use that component here. So I hope it gives you some. I hope this lesson helped you guys to get started with the PowerApps. So it's a we will work on the next session. We will create components through the CLI cap, so with custom code, and I will show you guys how you can use it. Okay, thank you.